Welcome back to Week 13 recap, League of Kyle's Rivals, Not Stupid podcast. But first, of course, because it is the holiday season, I will start this off with a little something for everybody. 'Twas the night before the playoff, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even at Thom's house. Anthony's stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that Trevor Lawrence soon would be there. Dog was nestled all snug in his bed, while visions of punching Anthony in the balls danced in his head. And Kyle in his Cephas onesie and Al in his cap had settled their brains for a post-witching hour nap. When on the lawn there arose such a clatter, Bruce sprang from the sofa to see what was the matter. Away to the window he flew in a flash, tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. When what to his wondering eyes should appear but Lucha and 8 tiny reindeer. More Italian than eagles he coursers they came. He owed an aid and called them by name. Now Booker, now Crowder, now Hamler, now Mixon. On Komet, on Cupid, on Sanders and Hickson. To the top of the red zone. To the top of the red zone on the back of Marvin Hall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As I drew in his head and I was turning around, down the chimney Nick came in a bound. He was dressed in all hockey equipment from head to his foot, and his clothes all tarnished in ashes and soot. A bundle of blind bid dollars was flung on his back, and he looked like a moron just opening his pack. He had inward nipples and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump and right old jolly elf, and he laughed when he saw him spite trying to go top shelf. He sprung to his sleigh to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew like down the thistle. But I heard he exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Congrats on your win, and to all a good night." Welcome to the recap right before the playoffs. This might be the last time you hear your name said on this podcast until the offseason. I am here, joined as always, forever. You might die. We don't know.
I was waiting for Alex
to
throw that in.
The boys are here. The boys are here. We are back. And the boys are, as always, I'm going to start, because we're always just going to do this, to my stage left, right, who knows? Bruce, my big bro, the best man, the father of my child, who knows? Bruce, how are you, pal?
Not bad. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Chris Farley. Appreciate that. Anyway, and then to this diagonal angle, the man with the streaks in his hair, just like the winning streak. He is on right now. Thom, what is up, big boy? How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. And then below me, I don't know if it'll be like this on this, the man who you can only see a little bit of. The man who said he wasn't going to be here but came through like the machine he is. Al, what's up, pal? How are you?
Hey, I'm going with actually the Thom angle with the camera today.
Yeah, you got to love the Thom angle. The Thom
gotta
angle.
love it.
Anyway, so we're going to start this off. Sorry. So anyway, we're going to start this off keeping with the Christmas theme. I have an interesting little angle here for the rapid fire section. 3 questions, as in the Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, Ghost of Christmas Future. So for the past question, and as per usual, we'll go with this. We're going to look back. We'll get the boys thinking here. So here we go. Past, stay with me. Looking back on the season, now that we are actually done with the regular season, if you have a move or maybe you don't, if you do, name me a trade or a free agent pickup that you probably wish you didn't do. For me, I'll start it off. I'll let you guys think. The Mecole Hardman trade with Bruce. I like Renfrow, but I think thinking back on it now, I think Hardman was just a better hold. God forbid, like if Hill got hurt, I feel like Hardman is that guy there that's going to slot it, even though Watkins is back and healthy. So looks like I'm going to go with Bruce here because I usually go with Bruce after this. So, Bruce, what about yourself here? Any move you wish you didn't make?
I mean, not necessarily. I think maybe I would have held A.J. Brown longer, but I still don't regret the trade. I thought I had enough depth to kind of do it. There's some other players that aren't really – I don't know about regret. Like I mentioned last week, maybe I would have hung on to Derrick Henry over Julio Jones, but I really have – I don't know. I really have no regrets. I picked up the wrong Jacksonville running back. I guess that's a regret.
Okay, makes
I
sense.
I didn't bid on Robinson, but I bid on stupid Ozigbo.
All right. Thom, what about yourself? You got one?
Yeah, trading for Le'Veon Bell.
Right. Okay. And Al, what about you? You got anyone that you regret or?
Not this season, but if we go back to last season, I'll just pull from there. Trading Ronald Jones for Latavius Murray.
Right. Okay. All right. So now we're in the Ghost of Christmas Present. We will go with the question of we're all in the playoffs. So spoiler alert for late in the show. We all made the playoffs. Some of us have buys. The rest of the other two don't.
Great success.
Great success. Yes. Number one. Who do you think on your roster, who are you expecting to have a really good playoff if you looked ahead to their playoff schedule? For me, Derrick Henry, it's the reason I got him. Next week he plays Jacksonville, even though I have the bye, but the week after that he plays Detroit. And plus with my matchups for the rest of week 15, I'm really hoping he carries my team. So, Bruce, I'll go to you again.
Who do I think will have a good playoff? Really interested to see. We said it in the offseason that I had a lot of bad playoff matchups. I think if someone's going to have a good one, Josh Allen, because I think he's proven that even against. I know San Francisco's banged up; they're missing a lot of guys, but that game Monday was pretty solid. And considering I'm happy with the bye, I missed Pittsburgh, but I gotta say I'm expecting Josh Allen because I think he's proven that no matter the defense, he can at least put up good numbers.
All right, Thom, what about you?
Oh, man. I'm not a big fan of all of my matchups. If for the Week 14 matchup for me, I like Dalvin Cook's matchup a lot. Mm-hmm. He plays the Bears Week 15, which I'm not thrilled about. But then if for some reason I make it past that, I'm really happy with my finals matchup.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and say Dalvin Cook. I know Devontae Adams has a tough game against Pittsburgh somewhere in there too. So
right. All right, Al, what about you?
I mean, I was not prepared for this at all. I haven't looked at anyone's matchups.
Right.
But really quick glance, I would say Keenan Allen playing Atlanta, the Raiders, and then Denver is not the best in the championship week, but even that's not terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I actually agree with that too. The Chargers in general have a pretty weak schedule going forward. Same with like the Titans too. All right, so then now we go Christmas future. This is not even really a related playoff question, but something I'm just interested in on your guys' roster, and I actually need to check mine maybe a little bit too. But do you have a player on your team that you kind of been holding on to with the assumption he might do something? Maybe he's just like a bit of a dart throw. I only bring this up because last week I grabbed Hunter Bryant. I think that's his name, the tight end for the Lions. Apparently he was like one of the highest rated tight ends coming up, but he was hurt for the rest of the year. With Hawkins in there, I don't really see anything, but like in a deep league like this, I figure, hey, why not? Maybe he becomes another wide receiver or tight end for them. So, Bruce, you got anybody on your team like that?
Yeah, probably Darnell Mooney. Picked him up as an undrafted free agent, and I mean, I haven't started him. I've considered starting him once, but I think if the Bears get any decent quarterback in there, I mean, he's already kind of shown he can be a little better than Anthony Miller, or at least he's getting more work for what that's worth on Chicago this year. But I think if the Bears get a solid QB and he's the number 2 receiver behind Robinson, or if Robinson leaves, maybe outside shutout number 1, I think that's a guy that I've kind of been holding all year.
All right. Thom, you?
To be honest with you, I really don't think I have anyone in that position. If I had to pick one, it would probably be Jeffrey Wilson, assuming that one of the San Francisco running backs gets hurt again. Then I have a running back 1 because Jeff Wilson, before he got hurt, was going off.
He looked pretty good. Was it the other night? Was it last night? It was last night, right? He looked decent. Al, what about you? You got anybody like that in the squad?
Yeah, Josh Reynolds, 4th year right now. He's having his best year this year, and he's about to be a free agent. Rams can't pay all these kind of mid-level guys on their team because they have some massive contracts. So that's a guy, I'm holding, hoping he lands in a good spot. Maybe it could be a wide receiver 2 for whatever team he lands in.
He's got pretty good peripheral numbers too, like target share and stuff like that. I've been seeing like he's pretty undervalued, so that is a pretty good one too. So, all right, so past the rapid fire section, it's really not that much of a rapid fire section anymore. It's just an intro at this point. So appreciate that, keeping with the Christmas theme and Bruce's background, and as per usual. Anyway, so we are now going into the Week 13 recap of Blast from the Past. End of the regular season. We're sorry if this is the last time you mentioned your name until next year, or maybe until the off season. But as of now, we went 6-0. 6-0 on our all right, 6-0.
Everything right.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so okay. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna start it off as always with the Not Stupid Podcast game of the week of myself and Al. Which one of you guys who aren't me and Al have it up? Do either one of you guys have it?
I got it up. I'll take it.
All right, Bruce, take it away, pal.
So yeah, Dennis 161.68 beats Alex 119.62. I'll start with Dennis. I mean, the obvious disappointment is Derrick Henry, just not a good game at all against Cleveland. They did a good job shutting him down. He fumbled early, his first fumble since I believe late last year, something like that.
Yeah,
pretty impressive run though to not fumble that much. But still, look, they held him in check, and Tennessee was down the majority of the game because they got their asses kicked in the first half. And, then they was just throw. And then I guess maybe a surprise, you could say, Ryan Tannehill, considering the game, just all that second half garbage time, kind of just throw the ball all day, come back to manage, what, 26.5. So Alex's team, I mean, it fucking sucks. These teams need to say when guys are active, but they're really not, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
what happened with that?
He was active and then just didn't play, I guess. It was all Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, after the game, Andy Reid said that he lost weight from his stomach bug he had all week, so they didn't want to actually put him out there.
But it's like shitty, because it's like you figure if people are betting, if people are doing daily fantasy and everything else.
He didn't practice all week, so
yeah.
And after he lost weight, no one knew he was that sick. So.
Right. But that sucks. But I mean, he came in to chalk it up as a disappointment. I mean, it's a shitty situation.
Disappointment on the coaching staff.
Because you never want that. I mean, as far as guys that played, maybe Keenan Allen with just 9, all things just considered, that was just a brutal game for the Chargers at home too. I would, 45-0. You think that game was in New England? Surprise. I mean, Deontay Johnson, man, with all those guys, he continues to be the guy that just seems to shine the most there. And I think that he's got such a good future there going forward, assuming Big Ben comes back another year and their quarterback doesn't become Mason Rudolph. I think Deontay Johnson's in a very good spot, but it's not even a surprise at this point that he cracks 20. And especially
that's the first time I've ever watched him play, and he's fantastic.
Especially in a game that Pittsburgh lost, and they struggled on offense at times.
Yeah. Just wrapping it up. I don't think either one of us needed that game, right? You needed to just score an okay amount of points, so neither one of us needed.
I could have scored 0.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, it's it's nice to win, but I think it would have wrapped up the 1 seed for me if not, it would have the 2 seed. So, Al, you got anything? Feel free.
No, not much.
Yeah.
My team is not that good. That's all. I have no confidence in that.
All right, so Al, I'm going to take it to you because I usually go to you first, but go to do Bruce and Lucho's matchup if you would.
Sure. So Bruce, where is this at the bottom of the list? Bruce wins this 199.66 against Lucho's 137.92. Biggest disappointment on Lucho's side, I mean, you could just go with both Eagles players with Carson Wentz and Miles Sanders. That offense is just broken. And the coach
Miles Sanders baffles me, man.
Carries or something like that?
Yeah, so I don't get how the idea was, our offense is doing that well. I know how to fix it. Let's bring up Jordan Howard and give him a bunch of work. That's doesn't make sense to me. So,
pretty sure Jordan Howard already has more yards for Philly than he did for Miami.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks there. Biggest surprise on Lucho's team is just Cam Newton throwing for 69 yards, but still scoring 23.56 points. So that's cool. Moving on to Bruce's team, biggest disappointment here. I mean, the only one is Justin Herbert. Bruce already touched on this. The Chargers' offense looked terrible.
Getting
And,
shut out.
Old
Eckler,
Anthony Lynn.
right? Tom Eckler has ruined Herbert.
Eckler ruined Herbert.
Our theory is going strong after 2 weeks.
Bro, dump it to me.
Eckler ruined Rivers too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but biggest surprise, I just got to go with Darren Waller scoring 50 on the dot. I know it's the Jets, and I know,
Yeah,
but
Whoa,
still,
whoa, whoa.
200 yards for a tight end in a game. You got to always say it's a surprise.
I would have expected that. Not that,
That's
but
bonkers.
I expected more from like Hunter Renfrow in this game because the Jets have been getting killed by slot receivers all year. Like I know like Cole Beasley killed them, and just like I know a bunch of other guys, but
Yeah, but
Darren
Waller's
Waller
almost like the
expect
number one target on that offense.
No, he
He
is,
is.
but it's so annoyingly inconsistent. Like I guarantee this week he has like 6 points or something.
because it's the Raiders. He's the number one target, but the Raiders are inconsistent as a
Listen,
whole.
Marcus May was letting the receivers do whatever they wanted because he wants Trevor Lawrence next year.
Except for that one play, right?
Except
He's-
for one play.
He's one of the few guys that'll be there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bruce, you got anything on that? If you want to wrap it up, if you got. A quick thought.
I mean,
Go for it.
I guess at the end of it, I didn't need the win because Joey lost, so that would have secured the bye week for me.
Yeah.
But that was really all. That was my like. I didn't want to have to play this week, just because I'm not I'm not a fan of a lot of my playoff matchups, but especially this week, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs against Pittsburgh. I kind of didn't want any part of that in a playoff game. Especially looking at, I know Pittsburgh at least shut down Terry McLaurin pretty well, so that doesn't do any confidence for me with Diggs. But listen, I get the bye. When you get a bye week, you're guaranteed a shot at least playing for money, so I'm happy for that.
If anything else, it just means you have a week of not checking your phone 24/7. So
For this league, I've got it
for this league anyway, at least.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take the next one. We got. Oh man, I did it again. I went to.
Oh, well, while you're stumbling here, I just want to give a quick word to our sponsor. I want to thank Tom's Dial-Up Modem today for sponsoring the show. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm stumbling. That's exactly what I was doing too. All right, so I have the next one, which is Phil versus Kyle. And it turns out that Coach Dad presents I Won't Believe It. Until I count the votes myself, lad of 14, lost 97.2. Thom Poop Poop Duplex Mouse at 132.04. Biggest surprise, looking at it really quickly, it really shouldn't be right now. Actually, no, I was going to say Ayuk, but I'm going to go with Cam Akers having another good game. Seems like he's actually getting the ball a little bit, kind of fitting into that offense a tad bit more. And then disappointment, I'm going to say, I don't want to say Hunter Henry because that game was just awful. I'm going to probably go with Chase Claypool just in a game where they were pretty much once again throwing the entire time with only 5.8. So looking at Kyle's squad here, biggest surprise. Again, I got to say it's Timmy Patrick, man, 20 points. I mean, looks like a pretty good pickup. I mean, he seems like a bit of a boomer bust guy, but I mean, 20 points from a guy that you got off the waiver wire is never a bad thing.
Right.
And disappointment, can I say Jimmy Graham? Like, is that like because I'll say Jimmy Graham only because it looks like Cole Kmet is now the number one tight end in Chicago. He's getting way more of the target share there. So game didn't really mean anything except for seeding. Kyle was already out of it. So, hey, another win for Phil moving forward. So, all right. So Thom, you haven't got one yet. Why don't you go with Nick beating Anthony?
Yeah, I could do that. We got team Nick Alex Hawkberger sucks 109.7 versus Anthony team Juicy Swag 78.74. No surprises with this result here. Biggest surprise for Nick's team, however, I would have to say is I'm going to go ahead and say Alvin Kamara just because with Taysom Hill behind center, I really just didn't think Alvin Kamara was going to get any action, and scoring 17.7 points is proving me wrong.
I just want to jump in and say honorable mention surprise. Once again, Tyler Eifert, double digits.
Yeah, I'm never
Anytime that
mentioning his
happens.
name in this podcast.
It's like I said last week. Anytime he gets on the field, I'm surprised at this point. So
Well, he has the Eifert Glennon connection now, so you got to roll with it, I guess.
Well, I mean, Nick was right all along. He's good with Eifert. Didn't need a different tight
He's
end.
good with Eifert.
Mike Glennon got less than 1 point more than Tyler Eifert. How did that even fucking happen?
You just got to love it. Mike Glenn's neck is huge. Anyway, disappointment for Nick. I'm going to go Todd Gurley with 3 points. That's awful for a starting running back. Can't have that. I was going to say Jerry Jeudy. He's a rookie. He's in Denver. There's some weird shit going on there now. So I'm going to give the nod there to Gurley. Team Juicy Swag. Biggest surprise. Marquise Brown doing it again with 15 points or higher for like 3 weeks straight. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Marquise Brown. And there's a ton of disappointments here. We'll go Zach Moss with 2 points. I know Chris Herndon got 0, but you expect it.
Yeah. All right, so let me go back to you, Bruce. You do the next one with Alex and a doggy.
All right. This was a big one for Dog to drop here. The Wreck Nicking, 146.54 to Team Anthony is a weenie, 124.46. I'm just going to say, I guess I'll start with Dog. Biggest disappointment, probably Terry McLaurin, 3.4. I know he was against Pittsburgh, just got shadowed. That's why, Cam Sims had the game he had. But, biggest surprise, I'll say Corey Davis, but this isn't exactly the first time he's had a game like this. But Antonio Gibson, probably, I'm assuming out this week at least. It seems. I know
so.
I know he's doubtful, but that's sucked.
Big. That's big for Joey.
Yeah. We'll cover it later when we get into the, matchups and whatnot, but that's such a blow for this team where he was solid, and now missing that guy just sucks. You hate to see it. But.
Not to interject, but I'm doing just what I'm saying I'm not doing. Will McCaffrey be back next week? Do we know? I have no idea.
He's practicing, I think, so he should be.
He's back.
All right, fair enough. Well, at least he's got that going.
Although he could use McCaffrey because the whatever it was last week when they were starting to rotate backs, it wasn't just Mike Davis, so he can't just plug and play one of the two.
Gotcha. All right, keep going.
Moving to Alex Hochberg. Biggest surprise, I guess Baker Mayfield. He's looking better and better, even some of the easy throws that he does miss. But this game was almost he was really good. He hit a couple deep balls, just beat the shit out of the Titans, especially in that first half. And then himself 46 points. Biggest disappointment, not a whole lot. Maybe Jacoby Myers, the fact that he's cooled off. He can't really, seems like now they were going to him all game, and that's just not the case now. But really no other disappointment. So, yeah, I'll go with Jacoby Myers as biggest disappointment. But the season's over for Alex Hochberg. He may, but his team's is looking pretty solid for next year. But you'll have to tune into our off-season episodes to hear more about that.
Oh, and a bunch of draft capital with him too.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I'm going to wrap it up with the Bins Game of the Week presented by Fournette, Anthony Lascauza, Jr. II Jr. And it was our very own Thom and Thom's sister Natalia. And he just absolutely beat that ass by winning by 100 points. Now, let me go this. I'll go with Thom's team first. Biggest surprise, biggest disappointment. I don't even I don't even want to say Marvin Jones anymore, just because it seems like since Matt Patricia has been fired, they're just chucking the ball deep, and it seems like that seems to be their offense. I don't really know if there's a surprise here. I don't necessarily see one, but maybe Shenault with 15, just because
with that weird touchdown.
Well, the touchdown, he wasn't even targeted.
Yeah, and I don't even necessarily think that's a surprise. The pass is what it is.
Who did you start him over, by the way? I didn't even realize he was in your lineup.
Who did I start Shenault over?
Yeah,
it was between him and Antonio Brown. Oh, I couldn't play. Godwin.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, yeah, and I guess disappointment is probably Matt Ryan with 12 there. Looking at Skyler's team, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment. I'll say surprise again. Continues Jarvis Landry to look pretty good, and Disappointment, maybe. Oof.
Probably
Raheem
I was
Mostert
gonna
coming
say
back.
because
Just because
Shanahan's once again like fucking with the backs again. You think Mostert's the solid number one? Nope.
Mostert seems to be the more talented one there, but like with him or any of those like committees, you just have no idea. But all right, we'll wrap that up, and we'll go with the final standings for the regular season as it sits right now. And as always, 7 through 12 are reverse potential points order, i.e., 12 has the number one pick, etc. So we got myself at 11-2 at 1, Bruce at 2 at 10-3, Thom at 3, moving up 9-4 over Dog at 4, who's also 9-4. Thank you. Phil at 8-5 at 5th. Al at 7-6, Lucho at 6-7, Nick at 6-7, Alex at 5-8, Kyle at 4-9, Skylar at 0-13, and Anthony locking up the Trevor Lawrence pick at 12. Now, I'll read off the power rankings as they see fit, and we're not doing waivers this week or trades because I don't really care. Anyway, and there's no trades. So MFL power rankings read as follows in order. Myself, Bruce, Thom, Al, Joey, Phil, Luch, Nick, Alex, Kyle, Anthony, and Skylar. Now, we are going to go to a quick commercial break.
Yes.
And we are going to come back with the playoffs, Week 14.
We got a lot to cover.
A lot to cover. There will also be some potato chips mentioned as well later on.
You better keep listening.
Let's go us.
We'll be right back.
See you on the other side.
It's a WB.
Yeah, bro. All right, bro. We're back, bro. All right, so let's talk about it. Anyway, all right, we're back from commercial break, bro. So let's get into it. Week 14, round 1 of the playoffs. All the boys here.
You sure you don't want to talk about Anthony reacquiring David?
No. Anyway. No, I do not, actually. Anyway, so week 14, all the boys here are in the playoffs. Dog and Phil are the only ones who aren't here who are also in the playoffs. So the matchups read as follows. Myself and Bruce with the number 1 and the number 2 seed respectively with buys this week. We can kick the feet up a little bit, have a couple pretzels, do what we want, enjoy the football. Anyway, so then after that, the 3 versus 6 seed matchup is our very own Thom and our very own Machine Al as well. And the next matchup is, where is it? It is Phil and Dog at the 4 and the 5. So what we're going to do here, and Bruce put this together. Thank you, Bruce. A little bit of projected lineups in the matchups here. So I'm going to read them off. Let me get through it, Thom, and then let me know if if you agree. You don't have to tip your hand too much, but if there's something clearly obvious, you're like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. So right now, projected lineup, we have Lamar Jackson at Cleveland, Dalvin Cook at Tampa, J.D. McKissic at San Fran, Devontae Adams at Detroit, Tyler Boyd at Dallas, Chris Godwin at Minnesota, Marvin Jones at Green Bay, Noah Fant at Carolina.
Also, Matt Ryan at LA Chargers. You missed that.
Oops.
Did I not read that?
It wasn't in the right
it was
formatting.
the way it was formatted. So Matt Ryan.
Oh
at
my
Chargers.
gosh.
Thanks, Bruce. Anyway, moving on. So Thom,
That's
anything
two mistakes. Two mistakes.
Anything there, Thom, that you don't agree with, something that jumps out at you that you're not liking?
Who made this lineup? Bruce?
That was Bruce.
Well, Bruce, you tipped my hand for me because that's my exact lineup.
All right, so let me just ask you quick here. I'm gonna be like real quick with it, as per usual. Any matchup you're kind of like saying is not a good matchup there, just at a quick glance. Anything you don't like?
To be honest with you, I'm actually pretty happy with all of my matchups. Maybe Lamar Jackson at Cleveland. That's the only one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Especially because Cleveland's had bad weather for like 3 months straight, except for 1 week.
Fact. Anyway, any matchup that you're particularly happy about? I know you said you like a lot of them. Any of those are ones there that you're just like?
Tyler Boyd needs all the help he can get, so I'm happy he's playing Dallas.
Right.
And Matt Ryan.
Tyler Boyd doesn't need all the help he can get. Just the rest.
Oh
of
no. The Bengals
Tyler Boyd's
quarterback.
like the one guy.
Yeah,
like,
Tyler Boyd is fine.
The Bengals quarterback needs all the help he can get. Whoever that is, it Allen still?
I don't know. He got hurt. Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah,
I haven't.
Finley came in.
I haven't been paying attention to that.
So,
sorry.
Boyd
guys.
against the Cowboys, I'm happy.
I know it's a really important thing.
Right.
And I'm happy with Matt Ryan against Chargers. A lot.
Okay, so all right, I'll circle back to it, but right now we're gonna go with Al's projected lineup: Pat Mahomes at Miami, Ben Roethlisberger at Buffalo, CEH at Miami, J.K. Dobbins at Cleveland, David Johnson at Chi-Town, Keenan Allen at Atlanta, A.J. Brown at Jacksonville, DeAndre Hopkins at the Giants, Deontay Johnson at Buffalo, and Evan Ingram at Arizona. Al, anything jumping off the page there at you that you would say no way?
Well, everything there is locked in except for all of the running backs because it's just a mystery. And not a mystery because I'm saying it's a mystery. It's a mystery because it's a mystery to me. I don't have anybody locked in that position right now. And
Okay,
there's
so
more people than just this list that I'm considering.
okay. All right. So all right. So then we'll ignore the running backs for now. With the wide receivers and the quarterbacks, even the tight ends, any matchup there that you're particularly a little about?
No, I actually like all of these.
You like all
Like
these?
all
Okay.
5 wide receivers, tight ends. They're all either fine or great.
Okay. And then any matchup you particularly like? I think I probably know the answer to this, but let's hear what you have to say.
The Ben Roethlisberger and Deontay Johnson at Buffalo is awesome. Buffalo can't stop any passing game at all anymore. I don't know what happened, but that's and then I already mentioned Keenan Allen in Atlanta. Obviously there's more than that. But
And even A.J. Brown at Jacksonville too.
Yeah,
So.
sure.
All right, so let's circle back here. I'm gonna like a quote, I guess. So I'll go to Thom here. Let me just hear a little overall sentiment about how you feel going into this matchup. How you feel?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just happy to be in this position. Fortunate, okay. I have I'm playing with my home fans behind me this week. I don't know, man. I would love to squeak out a win. I want to play for money. If not, good luck to my opponent here, Alex. And may the best team win. Fuck it, dude. I didn't want to play Alex the first playoff week, but you know what? You never get what you want in fantasy football.
Oh my God, Steve's not like these.
All right, so I'll put you on the spot here. Let me ask. You think you're gonna win?
I think I have.
You can defer it.
I think it's a 50-50 thing, to be honest with you.
Okay, I agree with that totally. So, Al, what about you? How you feel? Give me like a little.
Oh, it's not good. I don't have confidence in my team at all.
So, all right. So, I will also put you on the spot. You think you take it?
Well, if you want my actual, looking at matchups, looking at the players' analytical standpoint, I think it is a 50-50 kind of toss-up there.
I totally agree with that.
I really I don't have confidence in my team. I don't know. Something's weird about it. And it doesn't have anything to do with even playing Tom. It's just whoever I play in the playoffs, I just don't have confidence in beating anybody right now with how some of the players have been playing lately.
Understood. So let me go to the third party here, Bruce, who I don't know what was happening over there.
Rocco was going to bed, so.
Oh, what would you say? Hey, dream about cannolis, whatever you say. Let's hear what you got to say about this match. Who do you like?
All right. So just kind of looking at it, I know the running backs are undecided for Alex. I mean, my opinion, I would stay. The only guy I would stay away from is probably David Johnson. I want no part of the Bears defense as a.
If you want my actual opinion, I'm leaning J.K. Dobbins and Giovanni Bernard. That's my two.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean,
Bernard.
the matchup. Oh, go ahead.
Just so you know, Bernard is playing Dallas, and we just saw what
That's true.
all the running backs, except for Mark Ingram, did to Dallas.
That's
Yes,
true. I
yeah.
mean, I definitely didn't consider that. Obviously, Joe Mixon still. I mean, there's no reason to even rush him back at this point. I'm not. I mean, listen, it's Mahomes. He's going to do whatever he wants against any team. But if there's one team, I think Miami's been so good defensively this year. But again, it's Mahomes. You have Tyreek Hill, but I would agree with maybe Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not the greatest against that Miami defense. I think they'll probably just pass all game.
Whoa! Kyle likes guys.
There's a wall here. I can't go any farther. Keep going.
What?
PG-13 though.
Whoa, I don't know. That's tough. Fuck. And then, I mean, you both have pretty good matchups. I think the Miami one is the only questionable one, but it's Mahomes. And even Hopkins against the Giants is a little difficult, but it's still DeAndre Hopkins. At the end of the day, I think your tough matchups are with superstar players where I don't think the matchup matters too much. I mean, it's tough, man. I don't know. I like Alex in this overall. Like, I think Lamar Jackson might still, like, if he struggles at all, and if Matt Ryan doesn't put up like enough points to kind of make up for Jackson not doing as well, I think it's going to take Cook and Adams combining for like 80 points again to pull this out, in my opinion. Just with how things have gone, I know Marvin Jones has seen an uptick, but Noah Fant West Coast team coming east. I'm never a fan. I don't know. I like Alex in this matchup.
All right, I guess I'll give my opinion here, and I've always been a fan of just like a start your studs type of kind of like an idea mantra, if you will. I know these matchups are good, but I look at this and I just see I like Al's players better. I just do because it's just something about Lamar Jackson this year that's like, and then I know J.D. McKissic is in a good position, but you've also seen what he can do in when I know Antonio Gibson's out, but he's not going to be more than likely not going to be the early down back. That's going to be Peyton Barber, I think, and that's just me. The thing that is weird for me here is that there's the two target hogs that are Dalvin Cook and Devontae Adams on this team, and then Tyler Boyd is such a right now. Chris Godwin's I'm gonna go with Al, but I do genuinely think this is going to be a 50-50 down the middle. I think all of these matchups for the most part are very good for the most part. I can't really look at one because is Miami's defense playing well? Yes, of course, but it's fucking Pat Mahomes, man. He's the best player in the fucking world. So I'm going to lean to Al here, but like I say, I'm pretty split down the middle here. So sorry, Thom, but that's just what my gut's taking me, bro.
Oh, it is what it is, bro. We'll see
what
happens.
Just to throw in something, I think it's going to be Dalvin Cook that makes a difference because I know you guys are saying the matchup's great, but Tampa's the number one ranked rush defense.
Right.
For fantasy. I don't know for NFL, but so it's Dalvin Cook. He could do it against anybody. So I think that's the thing. Is if Dalvin Cook can have an awesome game as opposed to just a normally good game of like if he scores 10 to 15, I don't think that's enough. But if he does Dalvin Cook and score 25 plus, that's great. So I think that's what it's going to come down to.
You saw, I mean, granted, it is the Chiefs, but I would not be surprised if you saw the Vikings come out throwing in that game just to test them a bit. Because, I mean, Jefferson's been much better. Thielen's back. And even their slot guy, who's a BB, has been like okay.
Yeah,
like,
Chad BB, Kyle's guy.
Not too bad. But, all right, so we'll move past that. Good luck to both of you. That's going to be a really good matchup, I think, personally. All right, so we'll go to the number 4 and the number 5. And it is Doggy versus Phil. Another good matchup. It's playoffs. They're all good matchups, So I'm going to read off the lineup for Joey. We'll talk about it, and we'll move on. So we got Dog's projected lineup. Let Russ cook versus the Jets. Derek Carr versus Indianapolis. Christian McCaffrey / Mike Davis versus Denver. More than likely Christian McCaffrey. Rojo versus Minnesota / Darrell Henderson versus New England. Then you have Christian Kirk versus the Giants. Corey Davis versus Jacksonville. Terry McLaurin versus San Fran. Kenny Galladay, if he's back, / Denzel Mims, and Mike Gesicki. There's a lot of options there. I think it's not as cut and dry as the other matchups we had prior to that. Let me go Thom here. What you think anybody in that lineup has a really favorable matchup and has a pretty good shot of producing there?
I mean, I want to say Russell Wilson, but he's been one of the worst starting quarterbacks this month, fantasy-wise.
Since week 9, yeah.
Derek Carr versus Indy's not a good matchup. He's been hot and cold, and Indianapolis is a pretty good defense. If McCaffrey's back, that's big. I would play Ronald Jones if I was him. Christian Kirk, the Giants' defense, the top 5 defense in the NFL. Corey Davis could torch Jacksonville. And to be honest with you, if the Jets figure out how to throw it, Denzel Mims or Seattle's defense is pretty good too.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay's. I seriously.
I'm pretty
doubt he
sure.
plays.
Yeah, I think they ruled him out.
Not
See,
officially. I think he's
I
also
saw.
doubtful.
I still saw questionable, so I'm like, maybe he comes back.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he's playing for the rest of the season.
I mean,
He doesn't want to play since they.
right.
He has this it's like a hip issue or something, and then he's just sprinting in pregame warmups and not playing
Yeah.
still. So
Yeah.
he's done with that team.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, too, even that Corey Davis matchup is like, who's going to get it? Is it going to be – because he's the third option on that team, let's be honest. And is it going to be A.J. Brown? Is Derrick Henry just going to be a monster? You don't know. So, yes, that matchup is good for Corey Davis, but he is not the focal point of that offense. So
I
don't know.
I don't – yeah.
But what I'm saying is can he have a good game? Absolutely. But there are other options there where it's like, okay, you could see A.J. Brown being a target hog.
Well,
A.J.
Brown
he hasn't shown that so far.
A.J. Brown
It's
is
been
never a target hog. Yeah.
A.J. Brown is like 70-yard touchdown, but he has 4 catches.
Like
And
A.J.
that's
Brown.
where-
A.J. Brown hasn't – I know he's missed a couple games too, but in all of his games he's played this year, he doesn't have a game with double-digit targets. Meanwhile, Corey Davis has 3. It's better than none.
But even
Including
still, Corey
last week.
Davis is pretty hot and cold, is he not?
Right. But it's
Yeah.
all. I also think just
Yeah.
looking at Dog's team, I don't. There's nothing else there, and Corey Davis is the boom play, and I think that's just the way he'd have to go. Based
He's
on
been
his
playing
team.
too well. I think he finished as the best wide receiver last week. So
Yes, he was.
30.
yeah, just with how well he's been playing, he's in, and I trust him personally.
It's just with no Gibson and no Galladay, that's so tough for Joey.
Yeah.
Gibson, and he's been adjusting without Galladay. He has the receiver depth, but it's not being able to play that third back, which he's been doing.
Yeah. I do think, just to add, I do think Russell Wilson's going to have a good bounce back. I mean, it'll be hard not to. I mean, no offense,
No,
but
I mean,
No,
Dennis,
no offense.
well, Greg Williams
No
is
offense.
Greg Williams is gone, so now the defense might be good.
covered
Well,
0 all game.
Well, you know they won't rush 7 at the end.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I still don't get that. All right. All
They
right.
won't
so
get these stupid roughing the passer penalties anymore.
Yeah. All right. So, Tom, did you have something there? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say if he can't do it against the Jets, then that's a bad sign for Seattle.
Then we got to put.
This happens to Seattle every year.
Yep.
Second half of the year, they always just.
That's why
Chris
Russell
Carson
never won
ruins-
MVP.
Chris Carson ruins quarterbacks.
I was gonna say it's Carlos Hyde.
Oh, all right.
Jacob Hollister. Anyway, all right. So Phil's projected lineup: Drew Brees, normally doubtful with his.
I'm pretty sure he's out
1,300
again,
ribs.
but yeah,
All right. So Teddy
just broke
Bridgewater.
another one.
Teddy Bridgewater versus Denver. Jared Goff versus New England. James Robinson versus Tennessee. Kenyon Drake versus the New York Football Giants. DeAndre Swift versus Green Bay. Allen Robinson versus Houston. Chase Claypool versus Buffalo. Debo Samuel versus WFT. And Hunter Henry versus Atlanta. Anything? Let me go Al here. Any matchups? I mean, just forget Drew Brees. Stupid Drew Brees. Shut up, Drew Brees. Any matchups there that don't look very favorable to you right off the bat?
I mean, I don't want to see Jared Goff play New England. That's a big thing. I think Jared Goff isn't a good enough quarterback to overcome a Bill Belichick defense. I mean, maybe he can, but I just don't like it. Other than that, nothing there is terrible. Some of them are great too, but nothing there I don't think is terrible. Maybe just
Kenyon
Debo
Drake versus
Samuel.
the
But
Giants, maybe.
see, I don't even think so. I think Kenyon Drake gets enough volume that it doesn't matter. At this
Yeah, I get
point.
that.
Especially the past month for Arizona, just their passing game kind of sucks, and
Yeah.
all they've been able to do is run the ball, which is hilarious. That a guy that comes in the NFL, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, the air raid offense is what the NFL needs," and now he has like an awesome run game out of nowhere.
All right, Bruce. There's beating around the bush here. There's a lot of favorable matchups here.
Yeah, I mean,
Who do you think has the best one here? If you
I
would
mean,
say?
for Phil, for me, it's probably. I'll say this: James Robinson has a tough matchup, but he's shown he's been able to kind of deal with any defense thrown his way. He's a true running back 1, and the matchup doesn't seem to matter to him. Just to kind of get that out of the way. And Tennessee, I think, might be frauds, but they still are decent enough. But that you might question it, but obviously you start him, but you maybe don't have as much confidence. But he's fine. Probably Allen Robinson against Houston. I like a lot. Just out of this list that I made, and I mean, anyone against Atlanta is a good matchup, but they've been playing better. So maybe he goes Hayden Hurst instead. That was kind of my toss up. But I think Hunter Henry's always the upside play. And I put Swift on here. He's for sure back, right? Did
No one
he?
knows.
Right,
he finally practiced, but
Right,
not in full. So, but who knows
like
that.
that's a big one. Like if he doesn't have,
Well, yeah, especially that matchup. That's against Green Bay is awesome for
yeah,
a running back.
especially for a guy like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he starts like Brandon Ayuk if Swift doesn't go,
Probably, yeah.
because I don't think there's another running back that's even startable for him. Maybe I guess Cam Akers.
I mean, he did just put Cam Akers in, but now they're playing New England, so
yeah, right. That's tough.
I would play Ayuk regardless. I don't know what you say the matchup was. I think he's been
It's against Washington, but
Yeah.
to start him and Deebo Samuel against a good defense.
Yeah, good point.
well, I don't even think that's the worst thing starting the two of them together because they're two completely different types of players. It seems like, or the way they use them, they actually are very similar players. But just the
And
way
no
they
George Kittle there too, so it's like
they use Deebo Samuel like a satellite running back. So it's like
yeah.
Maybe week 16 for Kittle. So maybe that, like, if he does come back, that could open more things up, especially with those two guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So let's go here. I'm gonna go to you, Thom, first. Who you like in this matchup here? Who do you like off the top of your head?
I like Allen Robinson a lot versus Houston. Some reason that sticks out at me. What I don't like, to be honest with you, I don't like any receiver right now versus Washington. I think their defensive line is just insane. Plus, I don't think San Francisco is that great. But if I were to play a San Francisco wide receiver, it will be Brandon Ayuk instead of Deebo Samuel. Ayuk has had in the past 3 weeks, he's had close to 30% of the target share in San Francisco. So I would just bank on that and play Ayuk.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Actually, all right. So we'll go to prediction here. Bruce, who do you like?
I think for me, this comes down to, and I actually forgot to mention, I know we said Jared Goff, but I don't really love Teddy Bridgewater against Denver either. I know it's at home, West Coast team coming east, but I still don't love it. But he kind of doesn't have a choice. But I just think Joey has the advantage in the quarterbacks, even with Carr with a bad matchup. I just think even if McCaffrey's healthy, are we sure he's getting the full workload? Or are they going to rotate him in and out like they did all their backs in week 12 before the bye?
Looking at the one game that he did play, I think he'll just.
Yeah, I mean, he got a ton, but it's still. I think maybe it's in the back of your mind because then he got hurt again. He had all that work, and then he got hurt again. And if Carolina's sort of out of it or almost out of it,
I think that's a little different.
I
think it's a little different for him because they're a pretty young team, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but he's pretty much getting paid the most on the entire team. Like Teddy Bridgewater might make like $1 million more or something, but for a guy like that's just this huge team leader, getting paid a lot, knows he's been missing a lot of games. I think he wants to come back and be 100% going forward.
Makes sense.
Yeah, going forward. So I don't know. Someone like him, I think will go hard and they'll give him all the work. So,
I think if he's in, he's going to be the focal point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I agree with that. So, Bruce, who do you like?
It's tough. I think it's very close. I think the quarterbacks, the edge in quarterback puts Joey over the top of this one for me. I think everything else has a chance to even out.
Okay. Al, what do you like here? Who do you like?
And I think I'm going to go with Phil. I kind of like how Phil's team has been playing. I think I mentioned this to a couple other people, but I think the past 5 weeks, Phil really hasn't scored less than 120. So, and he scored up to like 150, 160 some weeks. So I don't know. I just kind of like Phil's team. I have a feeling that he's going to eke this one out.
All right. My fellow Greek, who do you like?
I also have Phil here. I think it could be pretty close, but I do have Phil edging him out. I just think Phil's lineup right now is more well-rounded than Joey's. If Joey was completely healthy, Gibson was in, Galladay was in, I'd probably pick Joey, but I'm going Phil this week.
All right, listen until you guys talk about it. The quarterbacks are definitely going to be the X factor here, and I do think it might come down to who does better in Derek Carr versus Teddy Bridgewater in those types of matchups. Because I don't have much faith in Jared Goff against a Bill Belichick defense, but my gut says Phil here for the reason Al said it before. Phil's just riding a hot hand right now. I think the matchups are much better, and you can look at Phil's team and say these are the guys that are going to be in. With Dog's team, you're like, I'm not sure. And anytime you do that, I don't know. That to me, that never feels like it's going to end well. I mean, it could, but I'm going to go with Phil here. I think Phil's also the better team. But like Tom said, if Dog was healthy, I think he would be also Dog. So, all right. So in that situation, I think we have Phil winning that. I think Bruce is the only one that said Dog. So, all right. So I won't even say who we think altogether, but we don't have any fan mail. Shock. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. Not you guys. You guys are cool. You guys are here with me, but all the other people.
Yes.
Come on, how hard? Anyway.
Wow,
Send a text. Somebody send a text.
There's another mistake in this show sheet, Bruce. These pages, 1 of 2, 2 of 2, 3 of 2.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that wasn't my fault.
It's downloadable content.
You can blame Google Docs, man.
All right, so and number one fan of the week. Not surprising. Yeah.
It's Tom for the second week in a row.
It's got to be Tom with 1,000 M's. Tom,
Yes.
Monologue is yours. Floor is yours, pal. Feel free.
I love being the fan of the week. That's it.
That's fine.
I mean, listen, we might have to take away your fan of the week only because you're becoming full-time host.
Fine. Strip me of my title, why don't you?
Completely okay with that.
I mean, it's a promotion.
It is a promotion. I'd rather be a host than a fan.
Then who's the alternate fan of the week?
There is none.
What about Lucho? Because he edits. Okay. The pods. I'll give it to Luch. So, Luch. Oh, sorry. Mantis Toboggan, as he wants to be known as.
Our producer, yeah.
I'm going to go on record, give a third place out to Skylar. Just for being so active in the chat every single day. I like it. I like your stuff right now, bro.
That's my guy.
Then how are you going to not give it to Joey after he always gives his picks for Mount Rushmore and things like that?
You know what? Everybody except for Nick gets it.
Also,
everybody except for Nick.
Anthony's been pretty invested the past few weeks. So
that's true. I was just recognizing.
Has Anthony ever gotten fan of the week?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's give it to Anthony because
wow,
he's never got it.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony for getting Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's true. What a participation trophy that is.
All right, so at this point,
we'll take another quick break, and we're going to come back and we'll discuss.
I thought, Mike, I definitely thought you were about to say, "Yeah, we'll take a quick caller now." And
oh no, listen,
hey Mike,
we have Ira from Staten Island on right now.
Yeah, he's calling into our show. Hey guys, big fan of the pod. Do you watch them, Ira? No, I don't. Or however Ira talks.
Guys, I want to slap all your butt cheeks.
Oh.
All right, so in this next portion of the podcast, we will give our Belmont picks. So you guys can shout out.
Oh, not a sponsor. Wait, sponsor?
Not a sponsor?
Not a sponsor. Kind of. Could be the difference.
One day.
Could be this young man's day.
Fuck it.
We'll be right back. We're going to do our Mount Rushmore of potato chips, so stick with us.
Yeah.
You'll like it, we promise.
I hate potato chips. All
right,
what? Oh.
Just end it, goddammit. All right, we're back. And listen, we're back from commercial break. And if you're only here for fantasy football, you can turn this off now.
It stopped.
Yeah, the door's that way, pal.
You can go to your phone, swipe up, or hit the little. I don't know what Androids do, but you can turn it off.
They just
go back to watching people dance on TikTok.
Yeah,
they haven't.
Android problems.
Android people haven't heard this yet because the phone's probably still loading the video.
Okay, I will leave now.
Are they still running on Marshmallow?
I think.
Losers.
I think they just came up with the chocolate XL. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
Oh, the
but-
LG chocolate XL.
Yeah, I think so.
but we've had all Apple does is copy us, yeah. And even though the fucking phone lasts more than 6
I could
months.
get kicked. I could get kicked in the nuts every time I unlock my iPhone or have an Android. I'd still have the iPhone because
Yeah.
these
agree.
bad boys have been
Bro, if your
abused.
messages don't turn up blue, don't talk to me.
You get downgraded from a 9 to a 7 right there.
broke bitch.
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna move into the Mount Rushmore because Tom is here, and Tom is here to stay. Actually, hopefully. So
Oh,
we tossed it around. We were thinking maybe, hey, let's do Hot Pocket flavors. We never entertained that. We were like, oh, we did ice cream last week. Well, you know what? Something we all like. You know, you go to the deli, you get yourself a nice sandwich. Bruce, what sandwich do you get usually? Just kidding, I don't care. Anyway, moving on.
Fuck you
that's
guys.
another Mount Rushmore.
We've already done that one. All right. Chips. You get little chips on the side. Maybe you put them on the sandwich. Anybody here put chips on the sandwich?
I like that.
I do
Once
too.
in a while.
I do too. Or I do take a bite of the sandwich by the chip, you know, a little sweet, a little salty. Mostly just salt. Anyway, Mount Rushmore chips. Now, before we came on air, we were talking about how specific do we want to be. I think we should just go flavors because, like, I think you could say something like Cool Ranch. Like, I feel like that would be okay, but at the same time, too, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I was more going because, like, look, the best like style is kettle cooked. I feel like this isn't like kettle cooked or like there's kettle cooked. There's wavy chips. There like whatever like Ruffles, whatever your like style.
We'll just say plain chip because I agree. Kettle cooked is solid, but
So here's my argument. My
all right,
argument is
let's hear it. Argue. away.
let's just say someone says salt and vinegar. I feel like salt and vinegar chips, each brand tastes a little bit different.
I agree with that. You know what? Let's get specific. I think
Okay.
that's fair. Let's get specific and like I don't want to be like, well, I like Wise. I like Lee. So like
Wise are
let's-
dog shit. First of all,
let's keep it civil. So who wants to kick it off? Are we gonna type it up like we did last time? You gonna do that, Bruce, or are you gonna just?
I mean, Alex was doing it. I mean, can certainly take the list over.
Yeah, sorry, I'm busy though.
Yeah, he's busy.
I'm
So,
playing backgammon.
Is Papu playing against you?
No,
Chinese-
Bill actually.
Wow.
Chinese.
Just tell Papu to play me on backgammon though.
I'm actually going to tell him to download it.
All right, so Bruce, if you have it up, somebody take it away. Somebody take it away. Who would? I'm gonna say salt. I'm gonna go salt and vinegar. This is a little bit. I'm gonna go Lay's, just like Lay's salt and vinegar, just solid. Just
I'm gonna counter that. I'm gonna
Bruce
counter
is
that.
offended already.
They're good. Don't get me wrong, but I have to counter it with Cape Cod.
yeah. Actually, yeah. I didn't even.
Oh, this is about to be a
Uh-oh.
fucking discussion
Yeah.
because I think the best salt and vinegar is Pringles.
Yo! I was just about to say that. I thought you guys would slander me.
No, I'm
Which one?
actually I'm for Pringles as well.
I like that actually. I think Cape Cod are really good, but the Pringles ones just like make your mouth fucking hurt, and I like
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You bite into it, you're like, I love this.
I'm a fan.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So Cape Cod, Lay's, and then I'll say Pringles too. I'm cool with that as
I
well.
don't think I've had the Pringles salt and vinegar because I'm
Oh,
not.
they're
good to get
really
out
good.
there.
They're
I like
really
like
good.
I like Pringles. It's never like my go-to when I get chips though. Like I would say flavor. Like Pringles. I always lean like maybe like sour cream and onion or even just the plain Pringles are always good.
I've got a hot take here. I think sour cream and onion is a bit overrated
I
as
also
the
agree.
flavor.
I agree.
I mean, we got to put it up there because it is a
Not
classic
necessarily.
flavor.
If we don't think so, it doesn't go on the list.
I don't think it's great. Tom, you said you agree.
There's better
Al,
flavors.
You a sour cream and onion fan?
I'm actually not the biggest fan of sour cream and onion.
I like it, but it's not the first bag I grab in the store.
All
Okay.
right, so fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of how I am too.
All right, fair enough. It's the one when you have different flavors.
If it's like plain, if it's like plain or salt or sour cream and onion, I might lean sour cream and onion. But I will
Yeah.
say, I'm gonna put Lay's regular on this
Yeah.
list because every time I always get flavored chips, and then it's almost like I circle back and I just have regular. I'm like, wow, this
Yeah.
is so fucking good. Why do I not get it more
Can-
often?
let me counter that with Lay's regular wavy. The wavy ones.
Yes, I agree.
Are just.
That's
think
why
they're
I
just
said,
a
how
little bit
specific
better.
are we getting with this? Because yes, the wavy regular are better than just the regular.
So write down the regular wavy then.
Yeah. Because I think that's the better version
Original.
of the regular. Yeah.
I want to throw my 2 cents in here. My personal favorite is Ruffles All Dressed.
Oh, the Ruffles.
I
Is that-
don't know
that
if
available
I've
here
had the
now?
all dress.
Yeah, it's
yes.
in the United States. I love all dressed chips.
Is it different than the Canada one, or is it literally the same thing?
The Ruffles one tastes the closest to the Canadian one.
I like, in the vein of Russell's, the sour cream and cheddar. The Ruffles one, like,
I was thinking that.
specifically.
Those are good.
Lay's does one, but like the Ruffles one, it just like it's drenched in like 2 feet of whatever cheese powder they've put on top of it. It's
It
fantastic.
hits different.
It does hit different. That's a fact.
All right, I had to actually look up the. Not to look up the brand because I always like it's like the one it's the brand is Kettle. I love the jalapeno Kettle chips.
Oh, those are good. Doesn't Wise make that?
They might, but it's this but the
Yes.
specific brand Kettle.
yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
right. It is wise.
Those are good. The jalapeno ones are really good.
Or that.
Wait, Wise makes this company's Wise?
I think so. I also, with the Kettle brand, I like the honey Dijon mustard ones.
Have
That's
you
pretty
had the honey mustard Pringles?
Yes.
Those are pretty
Those
good.
those are my favorite. Like
Yeah.
you can't. They're tough to find for some weird reason. But when I see them, I grab like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah,
Like,
those slap hard.
those hit different.
I think
The
Alex,
the
I think you got to put in your
Yeah.
tortilla chips.
If you, yeah, Santitas. That's really all I eat. I'm actually not the biggest chips guy, other than Santitas.
Love
like kettle chips. I hate so.
Really?
But, yeah, most things I don't know.
Oh, this vote's gonna be fun.
chips guy.
I do like Cynthia's actually grab those for the
Oh, like
most-
is it
especially for the
is it
price
still
point,
$2?
yeah, especially for the price.
$2.20.
I
point,
think it's
they're the best.
$2.29.
I have
Oh,
a bag
boy.
literally right here. Hold on.
Oh,
What does Dennis have a piano in front of him? Is that what that sound was? Nice, exactly.
They even changed the
Yep.
bag. That's hilarious.
But even still though, because
It's still a good deal.
like what's the Tostitos ones? Those can get expensive. So
Yeah.
that's I think those are better.
I prefer the scoops though.
Yeah,
If we're throwing a tortilla chip on here, the Tostitos multigrain scoops are pretty good.
chips
I
and
agree.
dips. How about this one? Cape Cod salt and pepper chips. Big fan of
Not a
salt
big
and
yes.
pepper
Cod guy either. I'm just gonna stay out of this conversation. I'm gonna disagree with everything. So
you know what
chips.
I
I
like?
hate Cape Cod the island.
yes,
The twisted Fritos.
Yo.
Not a big Fritos guy.
don't really like. Fritos.
I disagree. I think Fritos are underrated. I think very underrated.
Fritos
Yeah,
and
I'm not the
chili.
biggest Fritos guy.
It's also taken a while to get here, but Lay's barbecue chips.
Yeah. What
You know,
about?
what's funny is I'm not a big Lay's potato chip. I'm serious too. I actually like when people put like Lay's out in like a bowl. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care enough.
No one
No.
said. No one said the purple Doritos yet, right?
See, and I don't like the purple Doritos either. They're too spicy.
I would rather. I think I like those, but if you're just offering me Doritos, I might just say Cool Ranch.
Well, yeah. If you're gonna pick any Doritos, I go Cool Ranch as well.
I'd probably say Cool Ranch, to be honest. I'd go Cool Ranch.
For the cheese ones, if we're going with the 2 originals,
Yeah, why don't you put both? Put.
all right,
put
they're both
nacho cheese
classics.
And
Yeah. Put both. Put both.
Hell yeah, they're classics.
I like pizza Pringles, but I know.
Yes, I love pizza Pringles. I could
See, that's the thing too. I actually love most flavors of Pringles. So
Pringles are real. I mean, you know what's weird? The wavy Pringles are kind of shitty.
Bruce, you
But,
got to
like-
put Santitas on there because that's gonna be my number one.
Oh, whoops.
Come on, Bruce. You
All
just
right, I'm
disrespected Alex's number one.
I'm gonna do like I did last week and just look up chip flavors by best potato. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Rank 30th. Let's see what we got here. Cappuccino. What?
Yeah.
Where does? Oh,
Click off that link.
You know, it's the garden salsa sunshine.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I love
Yo,
those.
I don't know why. I just
Harvest
saw
cheddar,
that.
also good.
Yeah,
They
both
are also good.
even like original sun chips are.
I prefer the original. Have you guys had the sweet potato and cinnamon sugar one?
No.
I didn't
That
Ooh,
one's-
you know what? You
that
said
was
sweet
sick.
potato, and you reminded me. I love the Terra chips, the sweet potato.
It's the black bag, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
JetBlue
Oh, the black
makes them available on their flights.
like
What
the
is
black
this?
box of water.
What is this?
Terra chips.
Yeah, the sweet potato Terra chips are really good.
Yes, definitely.
The
JetBlue,
terrorist
right?
chips? Am I hearing that right? Anyway.
Whatever. They're fucking
Bring
good.
that
Are
on there, that
are
matter.
Cheetos chips? Are they like?
I
on
like
the same-
Flamin' Hot. Flamin' Hot.
I would say Flamin' Hot's up there. Not my favorite, but I do like them.
Too spicy.
The original puffs are the best Cheeto.
I think the crunchy.
Well, just
are the
just
the
if you're
best.
going
Wrong.
that far, then just actual like not even Cheetos, just literally cheese puffs. But I don't consider those chips. So
Yeah, the cheese
I
balls.
know, yeah,
the big,
right,
The
like,
big
what's
thing
the-
of cheese
Yes.
balls Dan had.
yes,
we all ate except for Dan.
Wait, Mike. You got to write Flamin' Hot Cheetos because it's gonna be on my list.
Wow, that big, that up there, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they're mad good.
Yeah, bro.
They are good.
They hurt because they're so spicy after a while, but you just keep eating them.
Yeah,
you go,
for sure.
you go through the barrier.
And your hands are just it looks like you fisted Clifford the big red dog.
Um,
I don't give a fuck.
This isn't. I don't think this is on anyone's list, but I tried. I know like Pocky does that like one chip challenge. I haven't had that, but I had the ghost pepper chip.
Yeah,
It's actually really good.
really.
Yeah.
You can put it there. I'm not voting for it.
I'm not
by the way, just so we
Honorable.
know our definition here, I looked up. Cheetos are puffs, not chips.
Yeah,
All right. So then
they don't go on.
they're out.
All right, fuck it.
That's the line.
My list is gone.
I'm done with this.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos is gone. I quit.
Ketchup chips? Anybody like ketchup chips?
I don't like
Eh.
ketchup.
I'm not.
I don't like ketchup either, but they are on all dress chips. So
What
Yeah, but
about-
all dress is just better.
What about the? Is it Utz who makes it? The crab chip? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah,
It's like
I think
super
that's
specific to Utz. I think it's Utz. I can't
Utz.
remember.
Utz or hers. Let me check.
I wanna
What
say
about the funny onions?
the Funyuns? Those got to be puffs too. Like the
funny onions.
the fun. It's a funny onion. Like, man, this has gone off the rails, but I love it.
I'll check. Hold on. Funyuns are almost in a category onto themselves.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Weird. Most
All
popular
right.
chip flavors. How about that? How is rotisserie chicken the most? Like, I didn't even know that's a thing.
Yeah, we're not
You
even
gotta love
talking.
it.
We're not even
Oh,
talking about
sweet
flavor.
onion. Sweet onion is another good one.
We're not
too.
even talking about flavors here. Just is a rotisserie chicken a chip?
Um,
No.
Which one? Which one did I want to fucking say, bro?
Oh, Pringles rotisserie chicken. Oh,
I didn't even know there was a thing. I wonder what that
Jeez.
tastes like. It's got to be. It's very strange to me. I don't know.
Huh.
Sweet onions one. I don't really like that. Though.
we're gonna find out where to buy.
I'm gonna say I know. I mean, this doesn't really. It's not gonna go on any list, but most of the like Lay's does that flavor contest every year. Most of those are awful.
Yeah,
And they
Yes.
don't, and they
Yeah.
don't taste like what like every year I'm like, oh, these might be good, and then they're just shit.
yeah, straight bins, dude.
Rhett and Link actually just did. They tasted every Pringles flavor. I forgot which one they said was the best. I want to say it was like the jalapeno one. I think they liked the most.
Probably.
But first of all, that's awesome job. I wish I had that. And,
Yes.
And two, I think we've got enough. I think we've pretty
I think
much
so.
beat that horse to death.
What about goldfish? Do those count as chips?
If fucking funny onions don't count as chips, and there's no way.
They're baked. They're baked, not fried though.
Because if you're gonna put that in, then I'm gonna put TGI Fridays potato
No,
skin,
you're right.
cheddar and bacon.
Goldfish-
I was looking at that. I think those are chips.
Goldfish
No.
are cheese crackers.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they are. They're pretty much a chip, right?
Wait, what? What is pretty much a chip?
The potato skin things from TGI Fridays.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, the actual chip. They still make those.
I think those chips, right?
I think so.
Like I feel like
I
I had
was-
them years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had it, but I'm pretty sure they're like high school was the last time I had those. Don't ever look at the back of those things. You'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna die."
Oh, because Utz. I mean, it's definitely a chip. Utz makes it.
I would say it's a chip. I mean, that's just me personally. I think it's a chip.
So, could you write down a Lay's Flamin' Hot? Because I'm gonna pick that.
I've never had the lazy.
They do have Flamin' Hot Doritos.
They have Flamin' Hot
Yeah.
Lay's. They have Flamin' Hot everything now.
I haven't had Flamin' Hot Lay's. I don't know if those are good.
Speaking of that, I remember Dan got the
I'm a
Flaming
flamer.
Hot,
I'm a
the
big
Flaming
flamer.
Hot Doritos, and he was eating them, just pouring sweat. Like it's like, yeah, they're pretty good, but it's like, you all right? He's like, yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, they're hot.
All right, let's go. All right, let's stay with this list. I feel like this is more than enough. So, go ahead, Tom. You go first because
Yeah, remember, no particular order. Just
I'm voting all dressed.
okay.
Am I doing all my 4 votes right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hot
yeah.
dog. All right. I'm gonna
Not
go.
It's the same.
I'm gonna go Flamin' Hot.
the Lay's Flamin' Hot. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm going to go salt and vinegar, preferably Pringles.
I think I'm
Okay.
just gonna. I feel like we'll lump salt and vinegar just in together.
You can just say your
Right.
preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
just your preference.
And
I have a complaint here. So before you continue, Tom, just because you voted for Pringles salt and vinegar, so I wouldn't vote specifically for Pringles salt and vinegar, but I do like Pringles salt and vinegar. But I'm gonna vote. I'm just saying right now, I'm gonna vote for Pringles, assuming that counts towards it. So I don't want to get like our votes mixed up here.
No,
Yeah,
because
that's-
there's a different Pringles.
I think
option.
we're
Yeah, that's
doing
what I
enough.
mean, but-
we're doing enough variety. But if we start breaking down each brand, like
No,
we'll
no,
be here for 2
That's
hours.
my issue now is because we broke down Pringles from Pringles salt and vinegar, and I'm going to vote for Pringles having salt and vinegar count towards it because I don't want to vote for just salt and vinegar.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
That's my problem with
All right.
that breakdown. I think we should just
All
keep
right, well,
Pringles.
then I'm just going salt and vinegar then.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Fair enough.
And then my last one. This is I'm torn. I'm gonna go ahead and go kettle jalapeno.
That's a good
Such
one.
a good one. That's such a good one.
All right, Bruce. Go ahead. You break it down now. You got the list.
All right. I'm gonna throw a second vote in for kettle jalapeno.
Ate that drunken.
Oh.
Drunken Boston. Fact.
I'll throw a vote at salt and vinegar as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love just the font changing and the color. I'm glad we can all edit this. I'll throw one at. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw one at the Terra sweet potato chips.
Stop.
For those of you that can't see what's
That's-
going on, Alex
that's
is
what-
changing the font on our spreadsheet here.
And then I need a fourth. Holy shit! Oh man. Yeah, I'll throw a vote for the Lay's Wavy Original. Oh, it's centered now.
All right, Al. Go ahead. You could wrap.
All right, so I'm going to vote for Santitas on here. I'm going to vote for Pringles, like I mentioned.
Sprinkle salt and vinegar.
Nope, just Pringles.
Oh, just straight out. Oh, there it is. Yep.
We'll just take off Pringles, salt, and vinegar. We don't need to.
Yeah, that's
split that
fine.
out. I'm going to go with Doritos, the combo of nacho cheese and Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
And for my last one, I'm going to go Sun Chips.
Oh.
Okay. I will go. I'll go salt and vinegar. Big
That's-
fan.
That one clinched.
I'm a honey mustard Pringles is probably my second favorite chip.
All right, so hold on a second. Like I was saying with the salt and vinegar,
But it's such a specific thing.
so you don't
it's-
like Pringles otherwise?
I like Pringles in general, but like out of all these flavors, I wouldn't take Pringles over them.
Pringles
and I
has
don't-
way too many flavors. It's kind of just saying
Yeah.
I pick Lay's.
yeah,
Right.
Sure.
yeah. I like the honey mustard Pringles. It's not gonna win, so I'm not even worried about it. I like what is it? The sour cream and cheddar, the Ruffles, if that's even on there, which I don't. think it is.
I didn't throw it on.
All right. Okay, so fuck me then. I'll
Yeah.
go jalapeno as well,
That clinches. Wow.
and I will throw on the. I'm gonna go with Al here. I'm gonna go with the Sun Chips. I'm a big fan of Sun
See, if I saw kettle jalapeno on Mount Rushmore, I'd be all for the crowd that wants to blow up Mount Rushmore. So just throwing mine in there.
Jalapeno's sick, dude.
So we have
3 that are on there. We have salt and vinegar.
How about you put my number 1 then with Santitas?
I would say Santitas.
That's a clear number one.
Like if you're taking if you're taking all these ones that have one X
That's
next
a
to
damn
it.
shame because my clear number one is all dress.
I would take. All right, so between the two there, I'm taking Santitas.
I would still, if it's based on all the ones that are there, I'm still voting the Lay's Wavy Original.
Well, that's 2 votes for Santitas.
I said Santitas. So, all right. So it looks like the Mount Rushmore of chips, not unanimously. The 3 are pretty unanimous, but the last one, he's like the Jefferson. He's there, but you're like, should you be there? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Anyway.
about the kettle jalapeno, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so we got salt and vinegar chips, any brand particularly. We also have the kettle jalapeno.
Limbs is good.
The Doritos, am I reading that? No. Doritos. Is not
The Santitas tortilla chips and
Well,
the
you
Sun chips.
can't read with this this font.
No,
Dennis?
I
Do you-
can't. It all just looks like one word. It looks like a bomb right now to me. That's what it looks like. All right, so like we said,
How's that?
that's perfect. So we've got any style pretty much of salt and vinegar, kettle jalapeno, Santitas for $2.29, and Sun Chips Garden Salsa / Harvest Cheddar.
I like
What
garden
are your
salsa.
favorite chips?
I love garden salsa. Yeah.
What are your favorite chips? Let us know. Dog, let us know. Just text me, dog. Or text all of us individually.
For all of you viewers that don't have our phone number, just write in the comments your favorite chip. We would love to hear about it.
For
Love
all
to
you
hear it.
viewers that don't have our phone number, you can contact Dennis at 84.
Well, you got the first 2 right. I don't know how you did that. That was a great guess on your part.
Oh,
So, all right, we're going to wrap it up here. As per usual, we'll do the thank yous and we'll do them quick. Thanks for Tom being here. Al, thanks for making some time to be here. Bruce, thanks for doing the show sheet. Luch, thanks for, Mantis, thanks for editing this. Thanks for giving me something to look forward to on a Wednesday night. Thank you to everybody who watched. If you made it this far, please go get a life. See you next time.
good luck to everybody in the playoffs.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Let's go, me.
Good luck, guys. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe we'll see you when we see you. We don't know when we're going to do our next one, so we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.